Thank you for tuning back into the channel. Today we're continuing on the Diamond Metallic E46 M3. First, I dropped off the diffuser at the body shop to get painted.
So next we're tackling taking off these armrests and then getting them painted, but first we gotta take off the door panel.
The doors are held in with multiple Torx screws that are hidden in a few different spots. After we've gotten those out, we can kind of pop the door handle and the door panel completely off. Next, we can just transfer these over to our workstation, pop off the screws from the back side, and slowly work our way to getting the armrest completely off. Once we have the armrest out, we need to pop off the leather cushions and pop off the upper panel. As you can see, these were kind of refinished in black. What we're doing here is same as before. We're just working our way through our sanding, primer, and then applying our top coat, same as we did the center trim. In the middle of this work, we ran the car over to Classic Garage at BMW for the airbag recall. Once we brought the car back, I worked on putting in the new secondhand trims that I had bought. So here's me applying the dash trims in place. Afterwards, you can kind of see the interior was still in some pieces, but the new trim looks a lot nicer. Next up, Josh moved on to the tie end rods, then to the R-tabs, the rear trailing arm bushings. For these ones, we use some poly bushings that are going to be a lot nicer than the factory. For these ones, they're a lot easier to press in. However, you have to lubricate them heavily so they don't squeak. Once you got that back in, he was able to button everything up.
So I just picked up the tires and the refinished wheels. Now we gotta go pick up the new painted diffuser.
I had this painted at my favorite body shop in Richmond called Fast Track. Next up, we pushed in the diffuser in place. There's a bunch of tabs at the top. Once you've gotten that lined up, then there are a few retaining tabs you need to put in at the bottom. After I came back, we applied some more coats and the trims are all looking perfect. As you can see, the finish is just like OE, nice and flat. Then we can reassemble the armrests completely again. You can see the new wheels behind there. Rebuild the doors, and these are ready to go back in the car. Now here's the interior. As you can see, we're almost complete. We're just missing the steering wheel. I sent this one off actually to get retrimmed. You can see it was kind of in poor condition with some wear on the left side. The wheels were refinished to the best of their capabilities. At least now there's no curb rashing and they look pretty great. We got those mounted back on the car and we're almost there. Josh finished up with some brake fluid and an oil change. Then we actually got the new steering wheel back in place. I finished this in a factory 9002 Alcantara. Here's me putting this back into place. You always have to make sure the center line is lined up before you put that back in. You put in the retaining bolt, and once you've gotten that, you plug in the airbag to put back in place. Once you've got that lined up, you just push it back into place. Then we can pull this cover off and enjoy this new, beautiful steering wheel. Afterwards, I moved on to some leather care with this liquid moly leather cleaner. As you can see, it was quite dirty, but not too bad. And here's the interior done. Here's the updated working list. Josh has been very busy working on the car, and we're almost at the tail end of it. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Hope to see you in the next one.